Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for Field of Dreams Baseball. We're continuing the month of July. It is July 15th, and let's review the standings before we get started with today's games. D-Gens leads the Sandlot Division in a very close race. D-Gens, Chico's, Philadelphia, and Beantown are all within a game and a half of one another. In the Moneyball division, Lehigh leads by 9.5 games over Tville, 10 over Hadley Lake. In the rain delay division, Lancaster leads Manchester by a game and a half. And in the natural division, St. Louis leads Edmonton by 7, Chicago by 10.5. Let's take a look and check the schedule for today. Today, the 15th, is a full slate of games. We are going to sim these, however. We are not going to play any of these, and then we'll head on to the 16th. We'll attempt to get a week done in the time I have allotted, and it's going to start right now with Hagerstown at Washington. 8-4 Hagerstown. Nico the winner, Spawn the loser. Amazing at San Francisco, who have stuck their nose above 500. Amazing scores 19 runs and beats them 19-10. Carlton over short. Tville at Beantown. Beantown 6-3 winners. Burley over Leicester. Beantown now one game back, along with Philly and Chico's. Manchester, Lancaster, the two teams in the rain delay division fighting amongst each other for the lead. Lancaster wins 4-2. Lucas over Tex Houston. D-Gens at Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake 2-1 winners. Hardin over Price. D-Gens now only a half game up on Chico's, Philly, and Beantown. St. Louis at Crystal Lake. St. Louis rolls 4-1. Brown over Glavin. Lehigh at Florence. Lehigh is in a slump. They continue as Florence beats them 2-1. Myers over Faber. Chico's now attempting to tie for first place. Invalid choice for human manager game. I don't know how that got human to human. That wasn't me, but let's hit it. 5-2 Philadelphia, who now ties D-Gens for the lead. Halliday over Bender. Vegas at Cleveland. 11-10 Cleveland. Bedrosian over Locker. Edmonton at Chicago, the two guys battling for the wild card. I don't know who changed these to human. It must have been MV, but there we go. 5-4 Edmonton. Matheson over Lincecum. And D-Gens at Hadley Lake, game number 2. 6-3 D-Gens. D-Gens now takes a half-game lead back in the Sandlot division. Jeff Hunter, MV, and Big Clue all stop in. On the 15th, we move to the 16th. Lehigh at Tville. Lehigh's slump ends with a victory by Adams over Perry, 9-6. Vegas at Cleveland. Vegas wins 4-3. Whitson over Bell. D-Gens at Hadley Lake. 4-2 Hadley Lake. Young over Harder. Chico's at Philadelphia, all in the same division. 11-10 Philly as we glance down. It is now Philadelphia half game over D-Gens, 1 game over Beantown, and 2 over Chico's. Beantown at Florence has a chance to close within a half a game, but they don't. Florence, 5-1 winners, Lee over Newhauser. Amazing at Lancaster. Lancaster has a chance to pull away. 22-4, Hoyt over Combs. Manchester trying to keep pace with Lancaster. They lose. Crystal Lake beats them 4-2. Candiotti over Peters. Edmonton at Hagerstown, 5-1 winners. Cott, who has now won his 16th game of the season over Belcher. Washington and Chicago. Chicago trying to keep pace. They do 2-0. Saberhagen over Niggling. D-Gens trying to tie for the lead by beating Hadley Lake in game 2. They do 3-2. Chandler over Roughing. Now it's Philly and D-Gens tied. Philly trying to take a half-game lead at home against Chico's. And they do 8-7, an 18-inning game. We move to the 17th. As I look over the games we're playing, we're going to sim all of these. Lehigh at T-ville. T-ville hurts Lehigh 5-0. Lehigh down to 54-38, 9.5 ahead of T-ville and Hadley Lake. Edmonton at Hagerstown. Hagerstown 3-2 winners. Lyle over Semino. Aparicio 2 for 3, 3 stolen bases for Edmonton's new shortstop. Lancaster had 22 runs against Amazing last time, but they only put up 6 this time, but it's enough to win 6-4 Ford over Messerschmitt. Beantown was upset by Florence in the last game, and they exact some revenge, 8-6, Steve over Myers. D-Gens at Cleveland. D-Gens 9-6 winners. St. Louis at the hard-charging San Francisco team, 4-3 San Francisco. Grove over Kershaw. Chico's at Hadley Lake, 2-1 Hadley Lake. So as we look down here, Chico's falls to 3.5 back. Philly and D-Gens tied. Beantown a game and a half back. Here's Philly trying to take solo possession of first place in the Sandlot division. Vegas is at Philadelphia. Invalid choice. It must be another MV changed to human. Vegas defeats Philly 8-3. Philadelphia falls to a half game behind D-Gens. Jackson over Stewart, Musial home run number 22. Manchester trying to close that 4-game gap, but they lose again to Crystal Lake. Black over J.R. Richard, 4-3. Chicago trying to keep pace with Edmonton, and they do 3-2 winners. Krause over Marichal. And game number 2, Lancaster at Amazing. Lancaster sweeps the doubleheader with a 1-0 victory. So before we hit the 18th, let's take a peek at the standings. Lehigh's lead down to 9 over Hadley Lake. D-Gens half game over Philadelphia. Game and a half over Beantown. 3.5 over Chico's. Natural division, St. Louis is lead down to 6.5 over Edmonton, 10 over Chicago. Chicago's still 3.5 games behind Edmonton in the wild card race. And Lancaster has opened up a 5-game lead over Manchester. Okay, I have a feeling the Saturday the 20th and Sunday the 21st will be the games we play, because I don't think there's anything that exciting confrontational till then. So let's continue to sim our games. I'm going to catch this one. This was another MV human versus human. Nothing else that way. Oh, and Vegas and Philadelphia. He's trying to trick me up. St. Louis at San Francisco. 3-2 San Francisco. Hahn over Brown. St. Louis's lead drops to 6 over Edmonton. Lehigh at T-ville. Lehigh wins 3-1. Faber over Scherzer. Edmonton at Hagerstown wins 10-2. Christy Mathewson 5-1 since he's been obtained by Edmonton. Beantown at the upstart Florence team. Beantown wins 9-5. Ward over Riho. D-Gens at Cleveland. Cleveland upsets D-Gens 7-3. Chico's at Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake 6-2 winners. Vegas at Philadelphia. Let's see. Philly's tied. Will they take a half-game lead? Will they fall a half game back? They win 3-2, take a half-game lead, and they win that game in 10 innings. And Manchester trying to cut the lead to 4.5. but they lose again. Crystal Lake looks like they just swept Manchester as they fall 5.5 games back. We head to the 19th. Let me check the 20th for a second. The 20th, we have Manchester and Chicago. That's the game I'm going to play there. And on the 21st, we are playing Chico's at Lehigh, one of the games of the doubleheader. Okay. Double check the 18th. We're done. Go to the 19th. Let's sim this, then we'll start playing a couple of games. T-ville at Hadley Lake, both teams chasing Lehigh. Hadley Lake wins again 4-3. They close that gap to 8.5. Washington at San Francisco. Washington wins 8-7, slows down the charge by the San Francisco team. D-Gens at Florence. 4-3 winners. D-Gens now tied with Philadelphia for the lead. Speaking of Philadelphia, they're home against Cleveland. They take a half-game lead again as they beat Cleveland 5-1. Chico's at Lehigh. Oh, another human MV trick. Lehigh 10-1 winners over Chico's. Cole over Johnson. That drops Chico's to 5 games back. They're losing a little ground as Lehigh increases their lead to 10. Vegas at Beantown. Beantown 1.5 games back. Oh, another human thing. Here we go. Beantown wins 4-3. Vaughn over Locker. Beantown now a game back. Hagerstown at Lancaster. They're going to be either 6 or 5 with this game. There are 6 13-1 winners over Hagerstown. And we finish the simming on the 19th with Edmonton at Crystal Lake. Edmonton squeaks by 6-5. Boswell over Ryan. And as we hit the 20th, let's take another look at those standings. Lehigh 9 games ahead of Hadley Lake. Philadelphia game ahead of D-Gens. 1 game ahead of Beantown. 5 ahead of Chico's. St. Louis 5-game lead now against Edmonton. And that's only because Edmonton's played quite a few more games than St. Louis. If you look there, they both almost have the same amount of wins. But St. Louis has got a 9-game lead in the loss column. Lancaster 6-game lead over Manchester. We're going to do Manchester, Chicago, but until then, let's sim Washington at San Francisco. The Washington team's slowing down San Francisco. They win 10-5. Philadelphia half-game lead. Let's see what happens with Cleveland. They shut them out 2-0. Take a 1-game lead. Chico's at Lehigh. We're going to play that game tomorrow. Today, however, Lehigh squeaks by Chico's 4-3. That drops Chico's to 6 games back. Lehigh 9.5 back, lead back to 9.5. St. Louis at home against Amazing. 6-2 St. Louis. Smith over Schilling. St. Louis now 5.5 games up. And we're going to play Manchester at Chicago. This is one of MV's H&H games. We're going to play it. Howie Pollitt for Manchester. Going to face Tim Lincecum for Chicago. Lineups are in. Oops, almost. Something going on here. Red Bolts. Bruce Hurst should not be playing center field. That is really odd. Bernie William injured. Donlin and Reggie Smith in right and center. Well, we're going to put Kevin Bass in right field and Reggie Smith in center. Or Mike Donlin in center. Reggie Smith in left. Do we have it? We've got it. It's there. I don't know how that happened, but he's got some injuries. Williams is out until the 21st. That's how come, I guess. Welcome to Royal Stadium for today's game between Manchester and Chicago. Manchester has lost 8 straight games and 9 of the last 10. Howie Pollitt takes the mound for Manchester. He's made 2 starts in the year. He's 1-1 with a 3.71 ERA. It's his first start against Chicago. He'll be opposed by Tim Lincecum. Pollitt used to play for Chicago before he was traded to MV in Manchester. He's made 18 starts on the year. Lincecum, he's 4-7 with a 3.11 ERA. It's his 4th start against Manchester. He's 1-1 with a 3.15 ERA. MV saying my depth chart is screwed. I guess it is. Wind speed 6 miles an hour, left to right, 80 degrees. Let's play ball. Batting order for Manchester, Donlin in center field. Batting first, Beltre at third. Second, Ott the DH. Third, Smith in left. Fourth, Cerrone catching. Fifth, Collins at first. Sixth, Bass in right field. Seventh, Andrus at short. Eighth, Morgan playing second and batting ninth. In the outfield for Chicago, Medrick, DiMaggio, and Edwards left to right. Roland, Boudreau, Alomar, and Hernandez left to right. In the infield, Molina catching, Lincecum pitching. Donlin steps in, and we're ready for the first pitch of the game. Edwards is going to take it off the right field fence, and Donlin's going to lead off with a double. Number 25 on the season. Beltre stepping in. Ball gets away from Molina. Down the third, trots Donlin. Wild pitch for Tim Lincecum. Base hit in the right field. Chicago takes 1-0 lead. Beltre at first. Melott comes up. 1 down. Reggie Smith's turn. Second strikeout for Lincecum. And it's Cerrone. On the ground to Alomar. They get him for the out. Manchester won at the top of the first. Headed to the bottom of first. Chicago coming to bat. Chicago's lineup will have Chance, the DH, leading off. Boudreau at short. Alomar at second. Medrick in left. Roland at third. Hernandez at first. Edwards in right. DiMaggio in center. That's Dom DiMaggio. And Molina catching. That's Yadalier. Molina is Mark checks into the ballpark. Pitching is Pollitt. Left to right in the outfield, Smith, Donlin, and Bass. Infield, Beltre, Andrus, Morgan, and Collins left to right in the infield. Cerrone catching. Stepping in is Chance. Here's the pitch. Base hit in the left field. Frank Chance singles. Runner on first. Threat to steal. Boudreau steps in. Chance took off, but it's a foul ball. We'll do it again. Chance steals second. First strikeout for Boudreau. Excuse for Pollitt. Strikes out Boudreau. That's his automatic strikeout. Here we go. Runner on second. Alomar. Base hit into center field. Chance scores. Alomar ends up at second with a double. It's all tied at 1, just like that. Pollitt pitching to Medwick. Donlan's got it. 2 down, runner on second for Rowland. Base hit in the left. Alomar rounds third. Scores easily. No throw. It's 2-1, Chicago. Keith Hernandez steps in. He bangs it in the opposite field down into the corner. Reggie Smith chasing it down. Rowland rounding second. Headed for third. Headed for second as Hernandez slides. He's safe with a double, and that's Keith Hernandez. 22nd double. Rowland doesn't score even though there was 2 outs, runners on second and third. Hank Edwards steps up. Fly to left. Reggie Smith puts it away, ends the inning. At the end of 1, it's 2-1 Chicago. Lincecum to face Collins, Bass, and Andrus. Strikeout number 3 for Lincecum. Bass up, grounded to Boudreau. 2 away. And Andrus steps in. He hits it down into the right field corner. Andrus rounds first, heading for second. Edwards grabs the ball. He's going to throw it to second. He's going to throw all the way to third, but Andrus slides with a triple. His 5th triple of the season. Edwards did not even hit the cutoff man. That was a great throw, but not in time. As Joe Morgan steps in, runner tying run, 90 feet away. Lincecum's pitch. Fly to right. And the inning's over as Edwards puts it away. We head to the bottom of the second, 2-1. Chicago. Pollitt pitching to Joe DiMaggio, traded from Manchester to Chicago. He hits it on the ground to Collins, takes it to the bag. Unassisted, Molina is going to fly to center. Donlan is going to put that one away, and Yadier Molina is injured and out of the game. Frank Chance, however, steps in. He bunts. And it's a base hit. Chance on first, 2 down, 2-1 Chicago. Boudreau stepping in. There goes the runner. The throw, not in time. Stolen base number 7. Pollitt now delivers to Boudreau. Base hit in the left. Chance rounds third. He scores easily. Boudreau knocks in a run. It is 3-1. Pollitt pitching to Alomar. Pops it up behind the plate. Cerrone doesn't get there. Let me check this display. Well, who knows? Pitch to Alomar. Deep to left field, but Reggie Smith's going to catch it to end the inning. We head to the top of the third, 3-1 Chicago. Okay, we're going to need a Chicago catcher. Whoops. And rather than me put it in, I know the team's missing fielders. Oh, come on. Oh, I'll just pick one. I was going to have the computer pick it. I'll pick it. Do I have choices? I only have one choice anyway. There we go. Lincecum facing Donlin. Base hit. Donlin on first. Beltre up. There goes the runner. There's the throw. It gets by Alomar in the center field. Donlin winds up on third base, stolen base, and an error on Bob Boone. Nobody out, runner on third, Beltre. To Alomar, runner's going to score. Beltre's out. First out of the inning. It is 3-2. Melott flies out to DiMaggio in center field. 2 down. Reggie Smith. Strikeout number 4 for Lincecum. We head to the bottom of the third. 3-2 Chicago. Pollitt to face Medwick, Rowland, and Hernandez. Medwick puts one off the right field fence. His 21st double of the season. Scott Rowland. Collins going to take it to the bag himself. It's a great play. Runner on third, only one out. Ripper Collins first. Great play. Hernandez hits it on the ground to Beltre. Runner's going to score. Ball gets away from Collins, and Hernandez is going to end up at first base. Error number 15 on Beltre. Here we go. Edwards up. Runner on first base. 4-2. Ground ball. Another great play at first base, this time by Collins. Throws to second. Did they get him out on a double play? It's a double play. Let's read this. Sharp ground ball down the first baseline. Diving stab by Collins. Steps on first for one. Throws to second. Andrus tags him out. It's a double play. We head to the top of the fourth. 4-2 Chicago. Lincecum facing Cerrone, Collins, and Bass. Little dribbler to Hernandez, flips to Lincecum covering. Ripper Collins. That's deep. That's gone. Home run. Collins puts it into the right field grandstand. That is home run number 13. Traveled 339 feet. It is now 4-3. We got a game here in Royal Stadium. Bass steps up. He hits a line drive in the left field. Base hit. Kevin Bass on first. In his 30 at-bats this season, he's hitting 400. Bass, a threat to steal. Andrus facing Lincecum. There goes Bass. The throw. They caught him stealing. 2 away. Now and nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. Alomar to Hernandez. Half inning over. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 4-3. Horned Owls. Pollitt facing Joe DiMaggio. That ball is out of here. Long gone. Joe, home run number 3 for Chicago. And MV saying, why did I trade him? 5-3. Bob Boone came in for the injured Molina. Fly to center. 1 down. Frank Chance bunt singled his last time. This is more conventional line drive in the left. 2 for 2. Actually 3 for 3. Chance at first. No doubt he will attempt to steal a pitch to Boudreaux. There he goes. Number 8. He's safe at second. Pollitt facing Boudreaux. Grounded to Beltre. To Collins for the out. Chance holds at second. 2 down. 1 for 2. Alomar hits a base hit in the right field. Chance going to round third. He will score. Throw comes in the second. It is now 6-3 Chicago. Pollitt still on the mound facing Medwick. Medwick to the left. Goodbye. That ball is into the stands. Home run number 5 for Joe Medwick. This game is blown open. It is 8-3 in the 4th inning. Chicago has scored in every inning, and the computer manager is leaving Pollitt in there. Will he face Roland? He will. Roland walks. Not sure what's on that computer manager's mind, but I'd get him out. Hernandez. Fly to left. Deep. Smith got it. Inning over. We head for the 5th. It's 8-3. Lincecum has a 5-run lead here in the top of the 5th. Joe Morgan walks him. That's what you do. 5-run lead, start walking people. Donlin. Grounded Hernandez to Boudreaux for 1. Back to Hernandez. 3-6-3 double play. Nobody on. 2 away for Andre Beltre. Struck him out, number 5. Halfway home, it's 8-3. We are going to zoom this for a couple innings, see what happens. Let's go to the end of the 7th. Oh, I'm sorry. It's still doing something. There we go. It is 9-5, headed to the top of the 8th. Holland is in now for Chicago, and Rick Cerrone is up. Holland delivers. Fly ball, center field. DiMaggio's got it for the out. Collins. DiMaggio's got that one. And Bass is 1 for 3 today. Hernandez flips to Horland. They got him at the end of 7.5, 9-5. Medwick now to face Anderson. Medwick walks. Roland 1 for 2. Larry Anderson's walked the first 2 batters, and now will face Keith Hernandez, who's 1 for 3. He's going to single into left. Reggie Smith's going to pick it up. Everybody's going to hold. They catch Roland off a second. He get back safely. I thought they were going to catch him. Bases loaded. Nobody out. 15 hits for the Horned Owls. Well, let's see what Edward does with the bases loaded. Hit it back to the mound. Past the shortstop to Morgan for 1. Collins gets a double play. Medwick scores 10-5. Runner on third. Anderson to pitch to Joe DiMaggio, who's 1 for 3 today. That is a home run. And Bass puts it away for the out. We head to the top of the 9th. Red Bolts trailing the Horned Owls 10-5. I would say MV's in a slump. Holland facing Andrus. Ground ball, Boudreaux. One down, Holland facing Morgan. Boudreaux's going to make all the plays. 2 away. MV's Red Bolts down to their last out. Donlin 3 for 4. He'll be a hard guy to get. They walk him. Beltre needs to get on for MV's Red Bolts. Fly to right. Edwards puts it away. Game is over. Horned Owls defeats the Red Bolts 10-5. On to the box score. Manchester, Beltre went 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. That was the highlight for Manchester. 3 for 3 for Chance leading off. 3 hits for Alomar, 3 hits for Medwick. 2 hits for Hernandez. Everybody was hitting for Chicago. Manchester Pullets, the losing pitcher, he's 1-2. He pitched 6 innings, allowed 14 hits, 9 runs, struck out 2, walked 3. Anderson came on in relief, pitched 2 innings to mop it up. Lincecum, the winner, 5-7. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 3 runs, struck out 3, 5, walked 3. Worthington, a third of an inning. Lamp, a third of an inning. And Joe Horland came in for his first save, 3 1/3. Innings allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. Didn't strike out anybody. Walked a batter. That's the Saturday game. D-Gens at Florence. Florence upsets D-Gens 8-2. Vegas at Beantown. Beantown squeaks by 4-3. Allen over Collins in 10 innings. Hagerstown at Lancaster. 6-5 Hagerstown. Lancaster loses but maintains a 6-game lead in their division. Edmonton at Crystal Lake. Edmonton loses to Crystal Lake 2-1. We head to Sunday. As we review the standings, Lehigh maintaining a steady 9.5-game lead over Hadley Lake. Sandlot, well, Chico's has fallen 6 games back, but Philly, Beantown, and D-Gens, a napkin can cover the 3 of them. St. Louis maintaining 6 games over Edmonton, 9.5 over Chicago. Edmonton had a 3.5-game lead over Chicago at the beginning of the week. At the end of the week, it remains the same. Lancaster with 6 games over Manchester as we head at the end of the 3rd week of July. We are going to play Chico's at Lehigh. Well, we were going to play Chico's at Lehigh. Let me see if there's something better. As I'm looking, that's still probably the best game. We haven't shown Chico's or Lehigh recently, so that'll work. Cleveland and Philadelphia. Philly trying to maintain their 1-game lead. And they do, 9-7. Cuello over Bell. Chico's at Lehigh, game 1. Chico's beats Lehigh 5-4. Amazing at St. Louis. St. Louis 9-0 shutout. T-Ville at Hadley Lake, a battle for second place. T-Ville wins 1-0. They are 11 back. Washington at San Francisco. Washington wins 8-6. San Francisco seems to lost a little of their momentum. D-Gens at Florence. D-Gens trying to remain 2 games back. And they do 2-1 win over Florence. They're now a game and a half back. Vegas at Beantown. Beantown's got their number and has it again, 5-4 winner. Vegas falls to 14 back, a nice spot to be for their next draft pick. Hagerstown at Lancaster. 8-0 Hagerstown. Manchester picks up a half game. Let's see if they can pick up another half game. They do. 3-2 winner over Chicago. Peter's the winner. Saberhagen the loser. MV closes to within 5 games. Cleveland at Philadelphia, game 2. Philly wins 10-4. They maintain a lead of a game and a half. And we got Chico's at Lehigh. And we're going to play the game. Tom Seaver. We got a good matchup here. Red Faber. Lineups are in. Here we go. Welcome to Forbes Field for today's game between Chico's and Lehigh in game 2 of a doubleheader. Tom Seaver takes the mound for Chico's. He's made 19 starts on the year, 9-8 with an ERA of 4.62. It's a second start against Lehigh. He'll be opposed by Red Faber for Lehigh. He's made 26 starts in the year, 16-8 with an ERA of 2.16. It's fourth start against Chico's. He's 1-1 with a 2.49 ERA. It's 78 degrees. I guess there's no wind. It's calm. Play ball. For Chico's, Goose Gosselin in left field, batting first. Guerrero in right, batting second. Averill in center, batting third. Bench catching fourth. Flick in left. DH batting fifth. Scheckert at first, batting sixth. McAuliffe at third. Seventh, Yount at short. Eighth, Kent at second base, batting ninth. As my voice starts to crack, Lehigh has Burkett, Mays, Abreu in the outfield. Wallace, Ramirez, Biggio, McCovey at first. Campanella catching. Faber pitching. No picture for Willie Mays. I got to play a batter before I can change that picture. Gosselin, line drive out, 1 down. Now I can go to Lehigh's roster. For whatever reason, I have to reset Willie Mays' picture all the time. There we go. Guerrero facing Faber. Line drive, Biggio, 2 outs. Averill, the left, that's out of here. Averill slammed that one down the line, and Chico's takes a 1-0 lead. No, it's going to be a triple. It's an error. Sure looked like a home run to me. A double and an error. So much for the chalkboard. Runner on third. 2 away for Johnny Bench. Runners on first and third. Elmer Flick. Okay, that's a home run into the upper deck. Red Faber gives up 3 on the top of the first. That ball traveled 418 feet. Faber to face Scheckert. Ground ball to Biggio. McCovey's got it for the out. We head to the bottom of the first. Chico's leads the Lehigh Lizards 3-0. Seaver to face Burkett. Strike him out. Abreu batting second in the lineup. Burkett, of course, was first. Mays in center batting third. Giambi, the DH, hitting cleanup. McCovey at first. Fifth, Campanella catching sixth. Ramirez at shortstop seventh. Biggio eighth at second. Wallace at third, batting ninth. In the outfield, Gosselin, Averill, and Guerrero. In the infield, McAuliffe, Yount, Kent, and Scheckert. With Johnny Bench doing the catching, Seaver delivers. Guerrero's got it for the out. Willie Mays. Seaver gets his second strikeout. We head to the second, 3-0. Chicos. Dick McAuliffe. McCovey's got it, steps on the bag. Robert out. You've heard this before. McCovey's got it, steps on the bag. And Jeff Kent. First strikeout for Faber. We head to the bottom of the second, 3-0 Chicos. Fly ball center field by Giambi. One down as Averill puts it away. Willie McCovey up. Pops it up to the infield. 2 down. Scheckert's got it, and someone's injured. It is Willie McCovey. He's out for the game. Campanella. Third strikeout for Seaver. We head to the top of the second. Let's go to options, setup. Lehigh's computer manager. They put Tate in. Go back to options. There we go. Gosselin to face Faber. Left fielder catches it. Burkett for the out. Guerrero. Base hit in the right. No, Labreo picks it off his shoe tops. 2 down for Earl Averill. 1 for 1 today. And he's Faber's second victim. We head to the bottom of the third. It is 3-0 Chicos. I'm going to take a short break. We'll be right back. We're back here in the bottom of the third inning in Forbes Field. Field of Dreams, Season 7. Tom Seaver pitching to Hanley Ramirez. And he's out in the left field. In foul territory, Biggio up. Guerrero chases it, but it's in the stands. Ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Kent. Throw to first for the out. And Bobby Wallace to face Seaver. Infield pop-up, McAuliffe. Got it. End of 3. It's 3-0 Chicos. Lehigh Lizards have not been playing well of late, but they still have a formidable lead in their division. Faber to face Johnny Bench. Burkett puts it away for the out. Elmer Flick's got 3 RBIs today. He hits it on the ground. Biggio to Cepeda. There's going to be an error. Number 10 on Craig Biggio. Flick will end up on second base. Scheckert up, runner on second. Line drive down into the right field corner. That'll score Flick. Scheckert rounding first, headed for second. He's rounding second, headed for third. Here comes the throw. He is safe at third with a triple. 4-0 Chicos as Lehigh falls further behind. Faber pitching to McAuliffe. Runner on third, 1 away. Ground ball to Cepeda, who is playing in. There's now 2 outs. Robert Yount strikes out, the third strikeout for Faber. Gets out of it with only allowing a run. Bottom of the fourth, we'll see Burkett, Abreu, and Mays to face Tom Seaver. That one's deep into left, but it's a great play by Gosselin, and Burkett is out. Abreu. That's down into the right field corner. Abreu digs for first, rounds first, heads for second. Here comes the throw. Here's the slide. He is safe with his 22nd double of the season. Runner on second for the Lizards. Here comes Willie Mays. Fly to short center. He's out. 2 down. Seaver to face Jason Giambi. And he hits him. Runner on first. Runner on second. Orlando Cepeda stepping into the plate. He strikes out. Seaver's fourth strikeout. We head for the fifth. It is 4-0. Chicos. My voice is giving out here, so I apologize if it sounds a little strained. Faber pitching to Kent. I'm going to try to be audacious with my words here. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the one that came out. Faber pitching to Gosselin, runner on first. Fly to right. Abreu's got it. Maybe judicious. Was that the word? I don't know. Guerrero pops it up. Campanella tosses his mask away. Makes an error as he drops the ball. Vladimir Guerrero steps in with a second life. You know what usually happens here. And it does. Base hit. Left field. Kent holds it second. No, goes to third. Throw to second. Guerrero's out. Okay, first they drop the pop-up. He gets a second life. He singles. Then he tries to stretch a single and a double. He's thrown out. That was just a weird play. Here we go. Faber to face Averill. Runner on third, 2 away. And Faber gets his fourth strikeout. We head to the bottom of the fifth. We're halfway home. 4-0 Chicos. Seaver to face Campanella, who was involved in that weird play last inning. Yount's got it at deep shortstop, throws him out. Hanley Ramirez. Fifth strikeout for Seaver, Craig Biggio. Sixth strikeout for Biggio, 1, 2, 3. We head to the sixth. 4-0 Chicos. Faber pitching the bench. Ramirez to Cepeda is going to be an error, and it's on Hanley Ramirez, number 13. Bench is at first. Flick with 3 RBIs today steps into the batter's box. He hits it to center field. Mays is going to put it away, however. Scheckert on the ground to Ramirez. Biggio over to first. Too late. Fielder's choice, runner on first for Dick McAuliffe. Throw to first. He gets back. Ground ball back to the mound. McAuliffe is out. We head to the bottom of the sixth, 4-0 Chicos. Lizards need a few runs here to catch up. Seaver's shutting them out. Bobby Wallace pops it up behind the plate. Bench. Got it for the out. Jesse Burkett. Right field, base hit. He's now 1 for 3. Abreu with a runner on first. Goes down for the 7th time for Seaver. Gets his 7th strikeout. 2 down, runner on first, Willie Mays. Fly to center. Averill has it. We head to the top of the seventh. It's 4-0 Chicos. We'll be right back. Nothing like a little water to help your voice. Robin Yount will lead off, followed by the number 9 hitter Kent, top of the order Gosselin. Faber delivers. To Cepeda, flips to Faber. Yount is out, 1 down. Kent, base hit in the left. Jeff Kent on first base, not a threat to steal, and we got Goose Gosselin 0 for 3 today, stepping in. Fly to left. Burkett's got it. He's now 0 for 4. There's 2 outs here in the top of the seventh. Runner on first for Vladimir Guerrero, who's 1 for 3. He's now 2 for 4 as Abreu takes it on a hop. Kent goes to third. Abreu throws it in. Runners on first and third for Chicos here in the top of the seventh. Earl Averill, base hit, could put this game out of reach. He struck him out. Faber's number 5. We head to the bottom of the seventh with Chicos in charge here, 4-0. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Chicos, 5 left on base. No runs, 2 hits, 4 errors for the Lizard. Sloppy game. Only 3 runners left on base. 3 innings to make up 4 runs. Let's see how the Lehigh Lizards handle Tom Seaver. Giambi. Line drive out to Kent. Cepeda, who came in for an injured McCovey. Ground ball up the middle, Yount to first for the out. And Roy Campanella, who's 0 for 2. Walks him. Hanley Ramirez, also 0 for 2. Strikeout number 8 for Seaver. We head to the top of the 8th, 4-0. Bench flick and Sheckert to face Faber. Both pitchers have gone the distance. Base hit to left for Johnny Bench. Elmer Flick, 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs today. Deep to left, but Burkett gets it. 1 out, runner on first. Sheckert to face Faber. Base hit in the left. Runners on first and third. 1 out. Dick McAuliffe up. Bobby Wallace made a poor play. Fly to right. Abreu's going to get it. Bench is going to score. The throw to the plate. It's going to be close. He's safe. Runner goes to second on the throw home. It is 5-0 here on the top of the 8th. Sheckert on second. Yount. 2 outs. Fly to left. Burkett makes the out again. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. 6 outs to go. 5 runs to make up. Biggio facing Seaver. Back to the mound. Thrown to Kent. It was a bunt attempt for a hit. Wallace. Base hit in the right field by Bobby Wallace, now 1 for 3. Runner on first for Jesse Burkett. Grounded to Kent. Yount for 1. Back to Sheckert for the double play. Inning is over. We head to the top of the 9th. Chico's leading 5-0. Steve's team's not doing well, but he's got no competition, unfortunately. He should easily win the division, but his season is boding poorly for the playoffs. One down. Gosselin up. Number 7 for Faber. 2 quick outs and Vladimir Guerrero. Base hit to left. Vladdy now 3 for 5 on the day. Vladimir Guerrero, one of the best bad ball hitters you will ever see. I believe I saw him. It was a home run or an extra base hit. I don't know what it was. I remember seeing him hit a ball that hit the dirt, bounced up, and he swung and hit it for an extra base hit. Faber turns red. Averill steps up to the plate. And he strikes out. We head to the bottom of the ninth. 5-0 Chicos. My friend Buckshot's had a great game today. Seaver will try to put away Abreu, Mays, and Giambi for the win. Base hit. Poor play for the first baseman. Runner on first, nobody out. Willie Mays. Ground ball to first, short for 1. That's all they're going to get, is the throw cannot catch the fleet-footed Willie Mays. 1 out. Sheckert at first, but Severs walks Giambi. Giambi walked a lot, so paid up. Line drive, Kent has it. 2 down as Lehigh is down to their last out. Roy Campanella, 2 on, 2 out. 1-2 count. Well, you could have thought anything but that would have been acceptable to Chico's. That's a 3-run homer. Score now is 5-3 as Campanella hit a big fat one Seaver served up. And even though there's 2 outs, the tying run is on deck. Let's see what Hanley Ramirez can do for Lehigh. He's going to hit it down into the left field corner. Gosselin's going after it. Ramirez is going to end up at second base, maybe third. No, second. It's it. Poor play on Dick McAuliffe's, on Hanley Ramirez. Excuse me, Dick McAuliffe's part. Hanley Ramirez is the guy who hit the double, and Biggio's up. And just like that, he's the tying run. But Seaver bared down, struck him out as he turns red. Chico's wins 5-3, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Chico's bail bonds. The Lehigh Lizards 3, 6, and 4. Let's check the box score as we finish up the third week in the month of July. Chico's, Guerrero 3 for 5. Sheckert 2. Sheckert was 2 for 4. Flick got 3 RBIs, although only 1 hit. For Lehigh, 1 player got 2 hits, and it was Bobby Abreu. As far as the pitching goes, Faber, the loser, he's now 16-9, pitched a 9-inning complete game, allowed 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, struck out 8, walked 2. Tom Seaver wins game number 10. 9 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, struck out 9, and walked 2. Let's see what we got left in the day and wrap up the week. Amazing at St. Louis, game number 2. Amazing defeats St. Louis 4-2. Messerschmidt over Kershaw. T-ville and Hadley Lake. Hadley Lake can get to 8.5 games behind Lehigh with a win. But they lose to T-ville 10-9. And to end the week, we got Edmonton at Crystal Lake. Edmonton wins 6-2. Jim Cott, wins game number 17. Well, that finishes our broadcast, let me just briefly review the standings before we say goodnight. And Buckshot, I'm glad you got to see that also. You're welcome. Even though Lehigh got it a little closer than I'm sure you wanted to see it. Okay, here we go. Philadelphia, game and a half ahead of Beantown, 2 ahead of Degens, and 6 ahead of Chico's. Everybody's still in it in the Sandlot division as we're about to enter August and September. Moneyball division, 9.5 over Hadley Lake. Lehigh finds themselves with a 57-40 record and 10 over T-ville. And Vegas at 45-55 is liking his draft pick for next season. Lancaster, 5 games ahead of Manchester in the rain delay division. Hagerstown is out of it. St. Louis maintains a 5.5 game lead over Edmonton, and that is Jeff has a chance of catching them. 5.5 games in 2 months is nothing. Chicago drops a game this week. They are now 4.5 games behind Edmonton in the wild card chase. I want to thank Jeff Hunter, Chico's, my friend Buckshot. Want to thank him, Jeff Hunter. Big Clue, as always, MV. Glad you stayed up to watch the games. Mark from Beantown. Who's else? Do I got everybody? I got everybody. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful Tuesday night. We'll catch you all on Discord.